all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself, can't believe it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
And off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we take towards 2:22 on the clock.
Just target on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him, not just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Vikings. Dave Casper, 51 yards. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. Former Heisman winner leading them out, the 2-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
They go to Elliott again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. Out route pass complete to Goddard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity.
And Murray in trouble here and down he goes. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big moves towards the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's the tight end, Casper. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. This is Casper catching it out right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On play action, it's Murray. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Murray's going to set up to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Elliott. 66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Elliott running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup that leads to a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Dingler score. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
York now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, a 9-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Randy Moss, 72 yards. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. They'll look to throw. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down one does for me.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll give to Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And this is caught. And that could shows some mobility there, getting outside the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who caught the drive with a touchdown reception. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. We got